Shalom Akim, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makakadash Barakatham. Double honors and salutations to the elders and the pilgrims from the world, to the Akim Aqua, to the folk on the earth, holding on to this ministry, this testament of the Lord Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Yeah, so time is just going to get worse and worse and worse. So I'm not sure if you already heard about what happened over there in the state of California. Yeah, so the government basically allowed people's personal information to be viewable online as per them owning weapons, owning that permit. So it just shows you that all hell will break loose anyway. So it just shows there's a big disconnect in maintaining the safety of the people and staying on the path of justice, man, because there is no justice in this place, all right? So folks running out there, standing in line, trying to get a weapon to protect the household for the JOB to make ends meet. The information got released online, so now they're upset that the so-called government did that on purpose. So there is no mistakes when it comes to database management, man, because you got brothers that have experiences in the IT stuff and all that, and then you understand what items are sensitive information that should not be made readily available to the public eye. All right, property records is different, but when it comes to weapons, something like that, you don't want to put online. That's why a lot of folks are upset. They see that the government of California is basically throwing the people under the bus to the criminals. So the criminals know who to target. Because once you pull that information up from the database, from the website the government made available, that list can now be sent as a text of how burglars are going to go from property to property looking for guns and ammo to steal. Even when you keep up with this ammo news, they tell you about how ammo goes missing at the so-called shipping the shipping company's warehouse and all that stuff. The box gets to the gun shop, but then they figure out that they got boxes missing. Boxes of ammo missing out of a pallet. So things about to get ugly, and you see how folks are just at that table, looking through guns like they're at a fish market. So that's how we know that it's not really gonna end well, man. Because when actions like that take place, it becomes a sign that the government is losing its power. They're desperate for confrontation. They're desperate for chaos. All right, they want to make they want to take advantage of people's miseries. All right, so enough of the commentaries, man. You just got to go straight to the precepts. So the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, verse 8 says this: If thou seest the oppression of the poor, and violent perverting of judgment and justice in the province, marvel not at the matter, for he that is higher than the highest regardeth, and there be higher than they. So this is what happens, man. The Lord sees the righteous decrees, he sees the unrighteous moves these so-called government officials are making to make people's lives difficult, all right? So they have to push ahead with their sinister objectives, man, and people are not happy. Imagine folks that don't have weapons, they're living near folks that do, they become a target, all right? they become a victim of burglary, they be victims of robberies, you know. So it just shows you how evil these so-called officials are, man. And a lot of folks are upset. All right, so let me just go ahead and play this clip real quick.
For now, though, developing tonight, the state of California under fire after posting a list of every person with a permit to carry a concealed gun, including their names, addresses, and phone numbers. The list included celebrities, judges, even victims of domestic violence.
CBS 13's Laura Hafley is live outside the Department of Justice with the concerns many gun owners are raising now. Laura.
Well, this goes way beyond a simple filing error. The AG's office releasing a list of names, birthdays, gender, race, and home addresses of every single person in the state of California with a concealed carry weapons permit. This all happened last night after the AG released a website in the effort to be more transparent when it comes to gun safety. The website had in it firearm safety information, record sales, and a link to a portal of concealed carry permit holders. Except when you clicked on that portal, thousands of columns came up with all of that personal information included that I just mentioned. Now, that website has since been...
Yes, so that's what happens, man. So when you have this information out there, who do you think is going to benefit from the exposure? Because criminals are tech savvy too. So why do you think they're stealing iPhones and laptops and smart TVs? Because they could do stuff with it. You know, they're always stealing people's credit card information, stealing bank account numbers. You know, so just imagine how they could make money by stealing people's weapons and selling it on the black market. And not to even mention the obvious, when a gun store gets robbed in the middle of the night, you know, they go in with their truck, break down the wall, break the glasses, the show glasses, take whatever they can off up the wall, you know, on the shelves and all that stuff, load up their van and then move on. What do you think is going to happen? You know, they're going to sell that stuff, make money off it, and you're going to have more guns on the streets, more victims, and all that stuff. Because those criminals, man, they're desperate, man. They're desperate to survive. They're desperate to make moves, and that's going to create more headaches for these so-called police officers, you know. And the funny thing is that these politicians are not really concerned, because they're a major factor in the problem, because they've been how you say, major proponents of oppression. All right, so that's the point that I can, you know, always remember, man. These things have to happen. All right, so don't be shocked. Don't be shocked that these things are taking place, because it's part of prophecy. All right, so just one more precept. So you just have to let the Lord handle the situation. So the book of Psalms chapter 44 verse 6 says, "For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me." All right, so always remember that, man. Even Yahweh Shai talked about storing up your treasures. You know, focus on the spiritual treasures rather than your earthly possession. You're responsible for your earthly possession, but at the same time, don't make it your end or be all. All right. So that's upon the Akim Abaratazar. You know, we're gonna make it out of here, man. You know. And then Psalms 44 verse 7 says, "But thou hast saved us from our enemies, and hast put them to shame that hated us." All right. So when you know Jake is in the top position, and Esau keeps creating this unsafe environment, what do you think that does for the innocence of our people. It makes them feel, how you say it, diseased, right? It creates an unpleasant life for our people, children too. So just imagine all those the stray bullets just flying around, people's businesses getting robbed at gunpoint. So it just shows you how evil and upset Esau is, man. Because when the so-called middle class are able to exercise their so-called rights, they don't like that idea, so they would want to turn the tables against them. So this is the result, man. This is the result. So they're gonna keep on doing things like this, things like this, supply chain chaos, releasing of their personal details about who owns what. Even Washington Post did something similar more than 12 years ago, I believe. They had a map in the Washington Post about gun ownership. They published it in their newspaper. So I'm still trying to find that map. Yeah, so that's how you understand. I'm like, back then I was like, why do you want to put this information out there? So it just shows you how strange their animosity is towards the people that want to preserve their so-called constitutional rights or constitutional freedoms. So you know how it is, man. The man of the Lord, we have other things to think about. And, the sword is useful, by the end of the day. It's not really needful, all right? So the Lord Amashak Yahushua will be the one to fight our battles for us, just like Daniel's chapter 12, verse 1, all right? When Angel Michael will have to handle our business for us. Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakadash, Shalom.